Impressively situated in the magnificent Bay of San Francisco, within the shadow of the longest and most costly bridge in the world, lies a comparatively tiny island wrought entirely by the hand of man, Treasure Island, upon which has been assembled one of the greatest collections of arts and crafts ever displayed for the pleasure and edification of mankind. As we approach this island, we marvel at the thought that only a few years ago it was nothing but a shoal, occasionally visible at low tide. But a colossal plan, supported by over $50 million, soon transformed the lowly sandbar into an enchanted isle, which has been attracting millions of visitors from all parts of the world. It is America's official World's Fair of the West, a pageant of the Pacific, sponsored by 11 western states and supported by many sister states, along with 28 foreign nations and about 400 industrial exhibitors. The magic carpet of flowers that profusely spreads itself to the left and right of the main entrance is a fitting approach to a veritable garden that extends itself over all of Treasure Island, filling the air with perfumes of exotic fragrance. The Tower of the Sun, topped by a golden phoenix and a picturesque belfry in which a sweet-toned carillon plays, is a fitting tribute to that great orb of day, the sun god, who has always been partial to sunny California. An artistic statue holding the evening star in the court of the moon is only one of the numerous examples of art and sculpture which have contributed so much to the adornment of Treasure Island. The Seven Seas features nautical history on the Pacific Ocean, with its sculptured array of galleons and waving banners leading to the impressive court of Pacifica, where the great goddess of the Pacific presides in all her regal splendor. The Temple of the East adds an exotic note to the variegated array of architecture which characterizes the exposition. The golden bas-relief on the walls of this temple depicts the dance of life. Come to the Gayway, the modern live spot of the fair, where fun and frivolity reign supreme. Among the miscellaneous attractions that flank the Gayway is an interesting little outdoor art gallery where talented young artists will sketch your picture while you wait, without cost, depending largely upon the generosity of your tips for their compensation. Some indication of the far-reaching aspect of the Golden Gate International Exposition is illustrated by the pavilions which represent the more remote parts of the globe. That of the state of Johor, for example, a replica of a native Malay house. and the Australian Pavilion, wherein may be seen strange rarities of animal and bird life, as well as many other objects of interest from down under. Patterned after a Maori meeting house, New Zealand's pavilion presents in miniature the thermal regions of Rotorua, along with pictures of Maori life and the activities of modern New Zealand. The Japanese pavilion is an architectural combination of a feudal castle and a samurai house, while the colorful drum bridge in the rear gardens is a reproduction of the famous bridge in Kyoto. The French pavilion is dedicated to the fine arts, fashion, and tourism of France. The history of California's French colony and its contribution to American life is also depicted. In Colombia's picturesque pavilion, the story of Colombian hand-picked coffee is illustrated in interesting detail. And in the festive court of Hispania, we are entertained by the gay music of the Central and South American countries. In the Hall of Flowers, volunteer flower lovers perform the actual work of preparing and presenting a continuous flower show, which features colorful blooms of the Pacific, as well as rare specimens from all parts of the floral world. One of the oddities in the Hall of Flowers is a plant that eats hamburger steak in the absence of insects upon which it would ordinarily feed. The Palace of Fine and Decorative Arts contains what is said to be the finest collection of painting, sculpture, and decorative arts ever assembled in the United States, the contents of its 4 divisions being valued at over $40 million. In the Hall of the Western States, each section of the West displays its characteristic features and tells the historic role it played in the settlement and development of the United States. Mirrored in the Lake of Nations is the impressive California building, where California's proverbial hospitality extends greetings to the guests of Treasure Island with songs of strolling troubadours and the music of popular bands. Unfortunately, our limited time prevents us from doing justice to all of the treasures that exist on Treasure Island. But before taking our leave, we must congratulate those who were responsible for building and maintaining this international exposition at a time when most of the world is involved in the destructive thoughts of impending warfare. For here at least, many of the world's foremost nations have flown their respective flags side by side, finding peace in the more constructive attributes of mankind. And it is with this thought that we most reluctantly say, farewell to Treasure Island and the Golden Gate International Exposition on San Francisco Bay.